Hey everyone! I'm testing out a new camera, so I thought let's test it out with a small altar tour. This is my working altar. I have about 6 altars in my house for different purposes, but this is the one where I do all the magical work and path working and spells, and so I thought we'd try this out. So I guess we'll start here. So here is the tarot deck that I use most for magical working. It's the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, the Tribune edition, and it usually stays on my altar. Bowl for water. This is my cauldron bowl currently. I do have an actual cauldron, as well as a couple other stone cauldrons, but this one is what I use on this altar. Black candle, also in a stone bowl, and on the stone, a piece of quartz. Let's see here. So this is it was supposed to be an apricot quartz that was sent to me in a box, but it was definitely not that, and it's this lovely gray color. I love it. Piece of dark fluorite. This here, it's faceted on one edge where it's druzy. This is a jade ball to represent the triplicity. So there's 3 balls inside this. They're all loose, all carved that way. I always have a bowl of stones on my altar. Over the years, there have been different stones. Currently, this is all calcite of different types. My grounding stone. I'll have to do another video on grounding. There are lots of ways to ground. My favorite way is a grounding stone. It's labradorite. A rune set. This I got from an artist in Poland. Let's see if I can open this with one hand. So the runes are actually inside, and the top serves both for scrying and various other magical things. And then on the light side, the light piece of fluorite, exactly the same. It's the twin to this one. My white candle, again in a lighter stone bowl, and on the left bin, this sugarlight wand I just got, so I'm still working on it. I'm hoping to carve some symbols into it. These are little watchtowers, obsidian, used for various magic. Here is a pendulum. This is my current working pendulum. Fun story about this one. I only got it because my original pendulum disappeared, which I have since found, but I continued to keep this one as the working one. It just was kind of meant to be. An ash bowl for incense. You can see I was just running a piece of rope incense in there. So lepidolite, I think this is. I just got. This is black moonstone and larvalite, both for use for magic working, and I just added my singing bowl. You'll notice that most of what's on my altar is in stone. This has taken me years to get. Stone. I mean, if there was such thing as a stone witch, that might be me. I have stones everywhere. It's hard to explain how covered my apartment is with stones and crystals and rocks. And so all of my working tools are that as well. A small miniature chessboard. I've used a chessboard as kind of my altar tile for more than, almost going on 25 years at this point. ever since I discovered the Arthurian Tarot, I have been enamored with chessboards. I actually have a lot of chessboards as well in my house for a long time. But the idea that the chessboard symbolizes the entire world. This is not only just the battlefield, but this is the world you're fighting over itself. And it has meant so much to me in my path working and everything. And so I have currently a small one, but I have larger ones all over my house and on different altars. My spell rings. These are rings that are imbued to help me with spell casting. All of these were gifts or found rings. Some moon water and my working pendulum. So this is for non-edibles. I have another pendulum. Mortar and pestle. Let's try that again. Okay, so my mortar and pestle for working with non-edibles, making incense, powders, various other things. A few aura oils, one I made myself, which I need to make more of, and two that I recently got, one in a box and one that I actually got a sample of and really like, so I tried it. A few psalters, so a 1944 Book of Common Prayer, a Book of Psalms, and the Charmer's Psalter, which also has various charms in it. My Sigillum Dei. I have a box for keeping magical cards that I use in spell working. The two decks. Let's see, can I open this with one hand? There's always that one hand thing. I have Benabel Wen's Bone Oracle cards, and these are the Seals of Solomon cards by Anna Vinsky. I'm not going to open the other box. That's my casting claws I keep in there for lithomancy and various other things. So, and then this nice little moon shelf that I've got. I keep a bunch of lithomancy stone sets on here. I have carbicons, blanks, and sigil marked. So this has solemnic sigils, chakra symbols, and Reiki symbols on these stones, as well as my little lithomancy sets. You can't really see, they're on the bottom shelf of just various stones which represent various things. I have my scrying stones. Let's see, I don't think that you can see them back there. I'll see if I can not. So I have a couple things of moon water I got from a lovely craftsman on Etsy. The small altar that I bought from her for my daughter. This is the obsidian scrying stone, which I've got recently. I have, down there is a little salt cellar, which I use for purification. Some holy oil, protection oil, luck oil, my seal, which I'm some new ones, as well as that's where my old pendulum's house, and a thunder amulet, thunder lightning, Dalin. It's not Dallas, it's Tibetan. This is my other scrying crystal. It's a giant chunky quartz with green and phantoms, and it's great. I love it. And a skull I got at Shadow Domain, which is one of the shops that we have here, and of course another piece of quartz. And that's kind of my working altar. I have two little drawers. This table actually folds up and scoots back, and there's actually two chairs that hang down at the bottom. You can't see that, but here, look. Gur. Hi, Gur. How are you? Gur is trying to sit on my feet. In here I keep matches, some charcoal, candle tools, tongs, things like that. And here, it's more scrying items, scrying mirrors, Balgois mirrors, some travel altar stuff, clay. This is the bag that my original pendulum came in. I have this in here. I don't use anatomy really in practice. This is actually in here because I have these all over my house. Yeah, so there's that. But I don't really use one in practice. I do want to get a stone one at some point though, because sometimes magical cutting. Other things I have around my altar, I have a peachwood sword that was sent to me from a coworker in China. This is a shaman's sword. It represents their spiritual tool. You can just kind of see. I think that this is like a mass market one though. I think you can get these on Amazon. Some bells that came in witch's box. I've gotten a lot of pendulums recently, not on purpose, but like the boxes and stuff, or they come as gifts. Another kind of like moon decoration that came in a tarot box, a necklace I got from a friend. I have shells and stuff up here with things. There's another scrying board. Some prayer beads. I have these hanging all over my house because kind of like pendulums, I keep getting these. These aren't the ones I use in practice. They're kind of over there. Prayer stones and some chicken blood stone. Yeah, so that's kind of my working altar. I guess I have a space over here where I have some items. This is the Book of Spirits that I'll soon be consecrating. I have my own. I have some various stones, a bell, Tibetan bell, some incense burners, giant Shiva lingam that I got by chance. Those are more, that bag is full of more scrying and was it stone grid things. I do a lot with that. I have some sage up here. I have and a sandalwood fan. The sandalwood fan came from the Dominican Republic when I was there earlier this summer. Another stone bowl. The sage, sage is not something I normally buy. And I don't use that often, but I do get it in boxes and as part of gifts and stuff. The current flowers, there I need to change those out. Kind of see some more boxes, and that's a resin skull that I recently got, Ganesha. Can't see, I have the Baphomet statues and some more stones. And this is kind of my prayer altar. You can see incense and the lit candle. I have a stone grid going, some various offerings. And I've talked about it on this channel a little bit, but this is my main Santa Muerte statue. It's kind of hard to tell in this light. This is a bone white Santa Muerte. And while many will say don't use Wiccan rituals, this is yes, no coin currently on the fox. Don't put stones, don't do this. But I found there are some stones she asked for. And that is kind of important. Different offering vessels. This is a set, half of a set from Japanese Shinto / Buddhist shrine, I think. that was given to me, and they work well. This is the mala that I use. Prayer jar. I've had this for years. Use it every day. Some protection salts. You need to get a label on. So yeah, those are my main altars. Give me a second. This is up on my doorway, and you can see I have a bunch of stuff up here because this is where things get set when I come in the door. But I do have a little mini altar up here, a little welcoming altar with the 2 lions and a giant salt candle holder. This is mostly just for welcoming people, but I also have here my Legba box, which contains things sacred to a Legba. So that's that one. So this is my Ancestor altar. You can see pictures of my grandfather. My grandmother passed this summer. And my other grandfather has been almost close to 30 years at this point. This is my meditation space. Sorry, I have a fan at night that I run, and that's the only plug that I can get to with it. But I have a beautiful box that holds various items that I might be using for study or path working. Some scrying stones, obsidian and red quartz, incense, candles, card holders. This is my daily card altar. Current cards are the Fairy Tale Tarot by Lisa Hunt. Kind of see those. Some various stones on there, some amethyst, selenite, and chalcedony. Incense again. Ink for my tarot stickers, the journal. I have some geomancy sticks in there. Of course, the tarot deck itself. I just finished with the Crow's Magic Tarot, which I would say is my final actual altar. This is where I use my oracle decks. Oracle decks I do daily pulls with. I am currently using the Dark Mirror Oracle, and then again another little altar box that all folds up. Also has a magnetic back so you can put the cards in there, which is kind of cool. This is pretty messy. This is really for morning reflection. Chelsea is kind of right on the side of my bed. I can roll out of bed and kind of do that. And those are my altars for 2021. Thanks, everybody.